In this video, I'm going to show you how to make one of these gemstone bracelets with an adjustable slip knot. So I guess you could call that a slip knot bracelet. But not of the metal kind. For this bracelet, I'm actually going to be using macrame. So I've researched a lot of other videos about making macrame bracelets, and unlike the others, for this one you won't be using any nasty plastics, no glue, barely any tools, and you won't need a massive workspace. You can literally make these bracelets, well, anywhere with a flat surface really. Quickly, just before we begin, if you'd like a deep dive into any of the subjects I cover on this channel, or you're looking for the tools and materials you need to make one of these projects, then you can find links below in the description. And you'll also find a link to my email list, where if you sign up, I'll send you a bunch of free resources and more information about my courses. So that's out of the way, and considering I can barely tie my own shoelaces, this project should be fun. So first up, let's cover some supplies. First things first, you're going to need some beads. To make my bracelet, I used some of these lovely onyx beads, as well as some AAA grade tiger's eye. I don't know, I've just got a bit of a thing for tiger's eye. As well as a few smaller onyx chips. I like to use 8mm beads, and I like to use real gemstones. Some people think they have magic powers, but I just think that they look cool, and I like those natural vibes. The other main material is some cotton cord. So I've got two colours here, brown and a black, and they're both just thin enough to fit the holes on the beads. The main tool are scissors. Then optional extras would include some sellotape, a ruler, a lighter, and some kind of awl or toothpick or pin to help with tying the knots. And this thing here, I just stole this off my girlfriend as I thought it makes me look more professional. So for the actual tutorial part of this video, I have switched microphones as I couldn't actually speak and do this at the same time. But the first step was to cut two pieces of cord at around 12 to 14 inches. And then I just tied a basic stopper knot in one end at about sort of 3 inches down the cord. Before threading my beads onto the cord, I used a lighter to singe the edge I just cut and just kind of manipulated that into a point. Then I stuck my cord down with a bit of trusty sellotape and started threading on my beads. So I have my beads all laid out nicely and just put them on in order really. These were 8mm beads as I mentioned earlier, and I found from experience that I needed about 21 beads in total to make the bracelet fit over my wrist comfortably. So when I put those beads on, I then tied another stopper knot in the end. Now I always had trouble kind of getting that knot close down to the beads, and so I discovered a technique from a YouTube video where you can use a pokey thing. I used a toothpick to kind of tie that knot right close to the beads. It doesn't need to be too close as the beads still need to move around. The next step was to create the adjustable knot, and to do this I used a macrame square knot. So I took that second piece of cord I'd cut earlier and then secured that using a simple knot to the bracelet. This essentially left me with 4 cords, and so I started the knot with the cord over on the right hand side. I formed a letter P with the right hand cord and then placed that over the 2 cords in the center, and then using the left hand cord I threaded that kind of underneath the 2 center cords and then up through the loop of the P, and then tied that tight. And then I alternated sides, so I started my knot with the left hand cord. It's pretty difficult to describe how to do this in words, so I hope that the video kind of explains it to you. I normally carry on doing this for about between 10 to 16 reps, and I like to keep a nice even number of knots. When the adjustable knot was formed, I took the 2 strands of cord and then grouped them together and tied another stopper knot using my toothpick to get that knot nice and close to the adjustable knot I just made. I then used my little onyx chips and put those over the 2 cords that had just formed my adjustable knot, tied those with stopper knots, and then used a lighter to burn up the frayed ends of the knots and kind of secure the stones in place. And then for the 2 cords that had formed my original bracelet, I just popped some beads on those, tied little stopper knots in, probably about 2 to 3 inches at the end of the cord. And that was it, the bracelet complete. A nice, easy, simple project you can make with minimal tools. These make excellent sellers. Nice gifts. And these ones I think are, well, I think they're pretty manly designs. I love them. So, like I said earlier in the video, there are links in the description to the tools and materials to make these. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you go through to Amazon and make a purchase, then I get a small financial reward, just enough to buy me a coffee to help me make videos like these. And of course, you can get creative and make many, many more different designs. So yeah, links in the description to the materials, the tools, and my email list, so you can sign up and get some free goodies. If you like the video, then, I don't know, share it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.